Hello crafty friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards, and I am coming on to share some more Christmas items that I've been making. First I'll show you, I used this set of dies, and these have been in my stash for years, and I have no idea where I got them, but I know that die sets like this do still exist. These are called Iralamija cutting dies, and this was a set of book dies. The book has two little holes that you can hang it by, and I just thought this would be really cute for Christmas ornaments. And I think I made a couple of these years ago. I don't know if I ever showed. I don't know if I was blogging then, but anyway, I certainly wasn't doing YouTube, but I've had these dies for a long time, and I pulled these out this year because, again, I'm trying to use what I have in my stash to create things. And I also am using this die, which I don't have this one marked. I think this might be an MFT die or La La Land. I can't remember where this die came from anymore. A lot of my dies I've had for years and years and years, but this is just a little snowflake banner die. And I just actually mostly just used it to cut the snowflakes off of, so any snowflake die would work. So those are the die products that I used. And then I used these little Iralamija shop gingerbread tags, gingerbread sayings that I've shown you before. It's actually called Sweet Christmas Expressions Collage. Sweet Christmas Expressions Collage. Okay. And this is Iralamija shop on Etsy. Okay, and I will link her shop in the comments. And then I used this trim for some of the projects, and this is a trim I bought on Etsy, and I believe this comes from Holland. I'm trying to remember. If I can find the shop where I got this trim, I will link it. But it's just a type of trim. So, but it's one that I love so much that I ordered a whole bunch of it. And I've had it in my stash now for years. Then I wanted to show this because there were a couple people that asked questions about the yarns that I'm using on my projects. So this is from Joann's, and I usually wait for it to go on sale or I use a coupon. When I bought this, it was $4.49, I think, and I got it on sale though. But it's called Red Heart Scrubby Sparkle Yarn, and the pink yarn that I made my little scarves with the other day is this brand, okay? And then I dug out my red because it's Christmas, and I want to also make some tiny scarves out of this yarn. And then I wanted to show you one other option. If you don't crochet, this is a yarn that I got for like 90% off at Joann's one year, and this is it's called Kosher Jazz. And it's Premier Yarns, premieryarns.com. And I don't know, it's the color Celadon, if you're interested in the color, there it is. But I just saw this on a clearance rack, and I thought this would be great for using for scarves, or to craft with. And I've played around with it a little bit. If you cut it too much, it does kind of come apart. So you do need to cut a strip of it and use it on your project. But I'll show you what I did with it, okay? So those are the yarns that I used. And I continued with my little gingerbread craft making. So this is the same gingerbreads that I showed on my last tag video, okay? But just without the backer piece, okay? So it's just an actual tag. I used my crocodile to put this little hole, and then I just put some twine through. This twine happens to have gold in it, which is pretty for Christmas. And I used one of these little tags. This one's stamped in black ink and then colored light blue. I don't know if you can tell that it's colored, but I'll show you that in a minute. I think I brought those down. I did. So one of the ideas I had, if you've been following me for a long time, you know I love these Lily of the Valley Christmas tags. And this is a set I've had in my stash for years. You can see that mine are very stained, because I use them every year. But you can't get these photopolymer stamps anymore. They only sell digital stamps now, but you can get this exact set digitally on Etsy. And I just wanted to show you another way to use them is to stamp them in black, or in this case, if you're printing the digital, they'll actually just print out in black. And then to get color to them, just use your Copic or any markers to color them in, and then you just take your scissor and trim around, and you end up with these cute little colored tags. So here's another Ginger in pink with her fluffy scarf, and I got lots of feedback on the scarves that you guys kind of like the oversized size of the scarves. So this is another one that I crocheted that is oversized. And then this little tree is one that I had in my stash, and these are just bottle brush trees from Hobby Lobby, and I think I got these last year. I don't shop much right now, so these were in my stash, but I'm sure you can find bottle brush trees at most craft stores. So she's holding a little pink tree. It says Christmas wishes in pink, and then I have the sparkle yarn tied on for the tie. So I just think these turned out so cute, and you can see on this one where I used that blue yarn that I just showed you to make the scarf. So this, for people, I just wanted to show an option. If you don't crochet, there are yarns out there where you can just buy the yarn and create the same look without doing the crocheting. So, because I know a lot of people don't crochet or don't have access to learning, or, you know, so to be able to do it, if you don't know how to do it, there is a learning curve. So I just wanted to show another option. And then for those that like traditional Christmas, here's one with a red Christmas tree and a little red scarf. And this one I actually used the stamps to stamp that out instead of, but it would be just as cute with a little red or green tag on here. So, but I'm just showing you different ideas. So I just made a little trio of gingerbread tags, and I just think these turned out so cute. So same face stamps that I showed on my previous video, and I just am in love with these gingers this year. And then I also made some improvements to these. I wanted to suggest to you guys that you use a little bit of hot glue behind your hanger. I just put a little dot of hot glue. Oh, and I have a hot glue trail still on there. Oops. Just put a little dot of hot glue behind this, and that will help stabilize your hanger. Okay, and so I also put a little bit underneath the bow to kind of hold it in place, and then I added this little like resin snowflake piece that I got from Hobby Lobby years ago. These are just in my little trinket box of items to use on Christmas crafts. So I just thought this turned out so cute, and then I added a double row of the little bobble trim to the bottom of this one. So, and then on the back I just have a snowflake, and I'll sign this or whatever. But I just think these are turning out so cute, and I want you guys to know I've had requests from people. I know there's a lot of people that would like me to send this to them, and I wish I could send one to everybody that asked me. I wish I had the time to create that many and just send one out to everybody for just a Christmas share, and maybe that's something I can work on. But I'm so touched that everybody loves this so much, and just know in my heart I wish I could send to every single person one, okay, that has asked. But I'm very touched by all of your comments, and you know, this crafty community is just a beautiful community. So I just wanted to show you that I did improve that one a little bit, and then I did make one more, and this one I added, I kind of zhuzhed this one up. I used this, oh, and I forgot to bring this down, I think, but at Michael's a few years ago, they had these trims, and I know Marilyn G has used this on one of her projects, but they have these trims that were wired, wrapped in like yarn, okay? And they're intermittently wrapped, so parts of the wire are wrapped very thinly, and then some are wrapped thickerly. Or more thickly is proper grammar there, Jill. But I just added some glue and glitter to parts of it just to make it sparkle. And then I used some antique lace or vintage trim. This was a trim card that I believe was sent to me by somebody. And I wanted to try and use this beautiful pink and lace trim on here. So I made a bow. I tied it around the hanger that I made with wire. And I just tucked the wire through, and then I wrapped it, and then I used glue and glitter to kind of cover the wire part. So I just tied this one around the actual wire trimmed part, and then I used my hot glue gun to glue on the button. And this is, I'm not sure where this button is from. It was in my stash, you guys, but I love that button. I wish I could get more of them. I don't know if it's a Tim Holtz button from a vintage button set that he did, but man, I wish I could get more of those, like a whole jar full. Anyway, and then I used my last Believe piece. I only had 2, so I'm going to be on the lookout, I guess, to try to find wood pieces. I'm hoping maybe Hobby Lobby might have some if I can get out there one day really early. But anyway, I'll see. I'm going to look through my dies first to see if I could just stack a bunch, like if you stack 4 die cuts together and then glue them all together and maybe do a glitter cardstock on top. I think I could replicate the look of this if I can find a Believe die. So those are my 2 options. I've got to try to get into that because I would like to make more of these. But I just think this one turned out so cute, and on this one I just did a single bit of trim. And on this one, when I did the trim, I also added glitter to the bottom and snow, so for snow look. So those are the 2. I think they're both cute. And this one has an Iralamija shop paper from, I think it's the Sunshine Papers. I'll try and link it below. And I used the cream one. And then this one is the mint green rose one. And these are called the Sunshine Papers from Iralamija shop. So I just wanted to show those, and I will link the paper, the digital paper, to this video. And don't forget that I have a coupon code. I'm doing some design work for Betty this month. She invited me to design for the month of November, and she furnished a coupon code which I added into the comments on my last Christmas tag video, the one with these gingerbreads in it. And the code, I think, is Jill20, and it entitles you to 15% off your purchase at her Etsy store with no minimum purchase. Normally she gives 15% off when you purchase, I think, 4 or 5 digital files, something like that. But this is no minimum purchase, which means if you just want 1 file, you'll still get 15% off. So take advantage of that during the month of November. And I will definitely be sharing more projects using her beautiful printables. Again, this one I believe is called the Sunshine Papers, but I will link it below in the video, okay? And then I have one more set of tags to share. Let me set these aside. If you remember in my previous video, if you watched until the very end, I shared these little book tags, okay? And it's that die that I showed at the beginning of the video. And then I use this velvet paper, which, what is the company that made this paper back in the day? It's a company I really like too, and I don't know that they're making things anymore. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you have something like this in your stash, this is a flocked paper. And I think a lot of these will end up being hung on a Christmas tree, so I thought it would be cute to have the back look pretty. So this is a velvet flocked paper in the back, and then it uses this cute little mouse image that I found on Pinterest. And if you type in Christmas mouse, this is one of the ones that came up. So it's a vintage image that I just printed on my printer, and then I just cut that out, and then I typed in "'Twas the night before Christmas," and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And then I just edged that in some brown ink, And then I added glitter around the two images so that on the tree, when you put this on the tree, it will catch the Christmas lights. So that's the first one. And what's cute about these two, if you don't want to put a tie on them, they look really cute just standing up. Like if you do a Christmas tray, one of those tiered trays in your kitchen, you could put, just have this standing up in the tray on top of something. Oftentimes I'll just put like a little wood block or something in and then have things tucked in where they can stand up. So that's one. And then I did one that is the baby Jesus. And the baby Jesus has a little bird landing on its hand, and there's a little lamb looking on. And again, these were just images. I love the little stars around here too. These are just images that I found on Pinterest. It says Christmas wishes, again with the little paper snowflake, and then it says they wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger. So I just think these turned out so cute. And then again, it has that flocked paper on the back. So there's that one. This one I think might be my very favorite. I just think this one turned out so sweet, and I'll probably give this one to my mom. And then there's a little Santa image, and he's kicked back, checking out his Christmas list, seeing who's naughty or nice. And it says he's making a list and checking it twice. And I think if I do this one again, I will say, the naughty or nice part too, so that it's bigger. But this was my prototype, and I was just kind of messing around with things, and I wasn't sure how much would fit in this die. And so this is one where I will change it if I make a second one. So like I said, I do the prototype, and oftentimes, you can tell this was the first one, and then I definitely improved as I went on and did better with the ones after that. And then this was also one of the first ones that I made, and I put glue down the center, and these were a little bit too close together. So I do recommend, if you have a book die, that you keep it a little bit further apart so that your glue lines and sparkle can be kind of distinctive, because it gets a little muddled if you do it this way. So just some little tips. But I just think these turned out so sweet. And it's just another Christmas tag idea to share with you guys. So that is it. I hope you watched my last video where I shared Happy Mail from Miss Ida. And she sent me all sorts of cute gingerbread things. So make sure to check that out. Ida, again, thank you. Ida is Created to Create here on YouTube. So go check her out. And that is it for me today. Me and my little gingers. We had a big storm come through, and I've got to do some work around my house outside today. So I don't know if I'll get any more crafting done on Saturday, but Sunday's a possibility, Sunday afternoon. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in and checking out all my Christmas tags. And I just send my love out to each and every one of you, those of you that are ill, that are fighting things, or that are just going through hard times. Just send my blessings and love, okay? And to all my crafty friends that are sharing so many beautiful Christmas projects, thanks for making my Christmas time so happy. I love being inspired by all of you, okay? Blessings and hugs, and I'll be back again soon. Take care now.